myself and our families are really excited to have a dialogue and have the opportunity for our voices to be heard. And to all the Coney Island Prep families that are out there tonight, thank you all so much for coming out. I'm really proud of all the things that you do, and know that we couldn't be here tonight without you. And then just one final reminder, I'll echo what Superintendent President Banks said, particularly to the Coney Island Prep community. Don't forget our pride values, particularly respect throughout this evening. As I mentioned, I am going to keep the comments brief. I just have three main points that I want to touch on. The first, I want to tell you how incredibly proud and honored we are to serve the families of Community School District 21. We opened in August 2009 with 90 fifth graders. We currently serve 180 scholars in grades 5 and 6. And our middle school is going to grow to serve about 350 scholars in grades 5 through 8. I want to talk for a little second about the results that we've got, but before I do, I want to be upfront and honest that we've only been around for a year and a half. So I recognize that we don't have a ton of data to show. The data that we do have, however, is incredibly impressive. Last year, our fifth grade scholars grew by more than 2 grade levels in reading in just 1 year. In addition, they achieved some incredible results on the New York State ELA math assessment. In fact, they were amongst the highest scoring scholars in all of this district on both of those tests. In addition, on the New York City Department of Education Learning Environment Survey, which I know President Eng mentioned, on last year's survey we ranked #1 on all 4 survey categories in this district. That we have the highest parent, teacher, and staff satisfaction rates in the district. On this point, finally, I just want to add I am particularly proud of our students with special needs. 24% of our students have IEPs, which is the second highest percentage of any public school in this district. And our students with special needs are achieving some incredible results, which was indicated on last year's DOE progress report. Second, I want to tell you that we are committed to continuing to serve the students and families of Community School District 21. Across the last 2 years, we received over 600 applications to enroll scholars in Coney Island Prep, which works out to be more than 3 applications for every seat that we have available. For the next school year, we've already received over 240 applications for just about 84 seats, and we continue to get more applications every day. In fact, just last week, we had over 100 prospective families come out for an information session to learn more about the school and complete applications. And I'm incredibly proud and honored to see some of those prospective families here tonight as well. The third thing I want to touch on, which I recognize is the purpose of this meeting tonight, which is the conversation to discuss the proposal to cite Coney Island Prep in this building. I know that this is a difficult proposal, but there are a couple of points I want to make about it. The first, we are currently located in a New York City Housing Authority Community Center on Surf Avenue. We have been incredibly proud and honored to be the first public charter school to locate in a housing project. The fact is, however, that we have reached our capacity in that space. And unless we find additional space, we will not be able to serve the hundreds of additional families that are clamoring to enroll their scholar in Coney Island Prep.
Please, keep order, please. Keep order, please.
Along these same lines, we are incredibly confident that we will be able to work with IS303 and Rachel Carson to be a partner in the shared space. We currently operate in one of the smallest instructional footprints in the entire city, and we know that we'll be able to work closely with the other schools in this building to ensure that all the students in this building have the opportunity for an excellent education. Now, I've heard that there are concerns that we will take over specific spaces in the building, like the library or an art room. And I want to tell you that that would never, ever be our intention. Know that for those of you who have read the building utilization plan, know that that is just a plan, and it's a starting point. And we know that we can work together with the other schools in the building to find space while still ensuring that you're able to keep those spaces that you're most proud of and will not be negatively impacted by our presence. It's our hope that our study in the building will be a positive contribution to the building and to the families of this district, and that we can work tangibly together to provide every student in the building an excellent education. The last point I want to make, and I recognize that what I'm about to say is not necessarily a popular position, but I think it's important that we be transparent and upfront. And that is that we're committed to operating our middle school in a traditional public school space. As a public school, we believe that we have a right to public school space. While we would certainly consider a capital project and private space for our upper grades, everybody here, I'm sure, knows that those types of projects take years to complete and require tens of millions of dollars. And that is time and money that we do not currently have. Our obligation, first and foremost, are to our current families and those families and those other families in the district who would like to enroll their scholars in our school. And while, again, we would certainly consider space alternatives, know that we cannot wait for that other alternative to materialize, but rather we need space now. And know that we're not asking for anything more than all the other public schools in the city, but that we will not accept anything less.